morning students. So in the last class we started third unit syllabus, that is gaseous state. So in this unit we discussed about gas laws. So what are the laws present in gaseous state? First one is Boyle's law. Second one is Charles law, and third one is Avogadro law. So these are the laws included in gases. So according to Boyle's law, V is directly proportional to 1 by P at constant T, and according to Charles, V is directly proportional to T at constant pressure, and it is V is directly proportional to N at constant T and P, where V is nothing but volume of the gas, P is pressure of the gas, and T is absolute temperature, and N is number of moles of the gas. So by using all these equations, we get V is directly proportional to NT divided by P. Therefore, PV is directly proportional to NT, and hence PV is equal to nRT. So finally we get an equation PV is equal to nRT, that means ideal gas equation. So the gas which obeys PV is equal to nRT, that is product of pressure into volume, is equal to N into RT, then that gas is known as ideal gas. So a gas which obeys Boyle's law, Charles law and Avogadro law at all the conditions of temperature and pressure, then it is ideal gas. But no gas in nature is ideal. It means every gas undergoes some deviations in their Boyle's, Charles as well as Avogadro law. Therefore, every gas is a real gas. All gases present in the nature are real. All are real gases, because definitely there is a deviation in either Boyle's, Charles as well as Avogadro law. Therefore, a real gas is defined as a gas which obeys PV is equal to nRT only at low pressure condition as well as high temperature condition. So this is the condition for a real gas, it behaves as a ideal. So at only low pressure condition as well as high temperature condition, it satisfies PV is equal to nRT equation, then this gas becomes ideal. Therefore, this gas is known as real gas. So only difference between ideal and real is, in the case of real gas, PV is equal to nRT is satisfied at all conditions, of temperature and pressure. Whereas in the case of real gas, PV is equal to only satisfied at low pressure condition as well as high temperature condition. So it means at remaining conditions there is a deviation in all the gas laws. Now what are the deviations of a real gas from ideal behavior? So first of all we discussed about deviation in Boyle's law. Deviations in Boyle's law. So for this, we draw a graph between the value of PV versus P. So this is the pressure of the gas and this is product of the pressure into volume. So for different gases, so this is PV is equal to constant, then it is nothing but ideal gas. If PV is equal to constant value, then it is nothing but an ideal gas. But for different gases, we observed like this. So this is for CH4 gas and this is for CO gas and this is for H2 gas, and here it is helium gas or nitrogen gas. So from this graph we explained, so this is at low pressure and this is at high pressure and this is zero pressure. So initially at low pressure, all the gases having small value than ideal gas. The value of PV is small compared to ideal gas, except hydrogen and helium, both are having large value. Whereas at high pressure condition, all the gases including hydrogen and helium all are having high value of PV compared to ideal gas. And also in the case of hydrogen and helium, as pressure increases, the value of PV is always increases. And also in the case of CH4 and CO gases, as the pressure increases, the value of PV is initially decreases up to a minimum value and then increases. Therefore, in no gas, the value of PV is not equal to constant. So, it does not get constant values as the pressure increases. That is why all these gases are deviate in Boyle's law. So, according to Boyle's law, PV value is always constant. But in this graph, no gas having constant values of PV. So here PV initially decreases, after that increases. Here the value of PV is continuously increases. So in the case of low pressure as well as in the case of high pressure, there is a deviation of gas with Boyle's law. But at zero pressure, so this is the pressure at zero condition. So at zero pressure, all gases having same PV value. That means at extremely small pressure or extremely low pressure, all gases having same PV value. Therefore, all gases behaves as a ideal. So all gases satisfy ideal gas condition, that is PV is equal to constant, that is satisfied Boyle law. So this is only at pressure is equal to 0. So if pressure is equal to 0, all gases having same value of PV, so that is also equal to ideal gas. Therefore, all gases behaves as a ideal gases at extremely low pressure. So this is the explanation of deviation of real gases from ideal behavior in the case of Boyle's law. And again, it is explained at a high temperature condition by taking Z value. So that is a compressibility value, compressibility constant. So compressibility constant is nothing but Z, that is given by PV divided by nRT. This value is nothing but compressibility constant. So if it is an ideal gas, that means PV is equal to nRT. Therefore, the ratio of PV divided by nRT is always equal to 1. Therefore, per ideal gas, Z value is always equal to 1. But no gas having equal to 1 Z value. So all gases having either Z greater than 1 or also less than 1. And it is explained in the case of nitrogen gas at different conditions. So for nitrogen gas at different temperatures, plot a graph between the value of Z with pressure. So along x-axis it is pressure and it is Z along y-axis. So for nitrogen at different conditions, if it is ideal gas, the value of Z is always equal to 1. So PV is equal to nRT if it is ideal. But in the case of nitrogen gas, at minus 50 degrees centigrade, the value of Z becomes like this. So initially the value of Z is less, and hence as the pressure increases, Z value is also increases, but it is not equal to 1. And so this is at minus 50 degrees. If suppose as the temperature increases up to 0, then its value becomes like this. So this is at 0 degrees centigrade. Now again its temperature increases up to 50, its value becomes, so this is at 50 degrees. Finally at 100 degrees centigrade, the value of Z is equal to like this. So what does it represent? At minus 50 degrees centigrade, there is a large deviation of Z value compared to 1. And as the temperature increases, Z value becomes equal to 1. And at a high temperature of 100 degrees centigrade, the value of Z is almost equal to the value of Z is almost equal to 1. So for nitrogen gas at 100 degrees centigrade, the value of compressibility is equal to 1. So what does it mean? Nitrogen gas behaves as a ideal at 100 degrees centigrade, whereas at 0 or minus 50 or 50 degrees centigrade, the value of Z is less than 1. So there is a large deviation between Z is equal to 1 and here Z is maybe less than 1. So this is the difference between the value of Z for nitrogen gas at different temperatures, but at 100 degrees centigrade its value is equal to 1. Therefore nitrogen gas behaves as a ideal at 100 degrees centigrade. So that means at high temperature condition only a real gas behaves as a ideal, but at low temperature, so there is a deviation in Boyle's law. So therefore nitrogen gas behaves as a ideal at 100 degrees centigrade. That means at high temperature condition, that real gas behaves as ideal. And also the temperature at which a real gas becomes ideal is known as Boyle's temperature. That is Boyle's temperature. Therefore the Boyle temperature value of nitrogen gas is 100 degrees. It means at 100 degrees centigrade the real gas nitrogen behaves as a ideal. So the temperature at which a real gas behaves as a ideal, that temperature is nothing but Boyle's temperature. So a real gas only behaves as ideal at two conditions. So first graph explains at low pressure condition and the second graph explains at high temperature condition. So these are the conditions for a real gas behaves as a ideal, and also the deviation of real gases in Boyle's law. So this is all about deviation of real gas in Boyle's law. Now second one. So what is second one? Charles law. Deviation in Charles law. Deviation in Charles law. So according to Charles law, so V is directly proportional to T, and also here according to Charles law, if suppose X is the volume of the gas, then it can extend it up to 1 by 273 of its volume. So if suppose X is a gas, then it is expanded up to 1 by 273 third of its initial volume. This is only possible at low pressure condition. This is only possible at low pressure condition. If suppose as the pressure increases, then what happened? As the pressure increases, the gas molecule becomes come close to each other and hence expansion is decreases. So it means according to Charles law, so here 1 by 273 is nothing but expansion coefficient. Therefore, for every gas, the expansion coefficient is always equal to 1 by 273 third of its volume. But this is only possible at low pressure condition. If suppose as the pressure increases, then expansion coefficient maybe changes. So it means there is a deviation in Charles law. Therefore, this statement is only true under the conditions of low pressure only. If suppose as the pressure increases, as high pressure or at high pressure, there is a deviation in Charles law. So this is the deviation under Charles law. And the third one is deviation in Avogadro's law. Deviation in Avogadro law. So according to Avogadro's law, V is directly proportional to N. And also for 1 mole of gas, 1 mole of gas is always occupy 22.4 liter of volume. If there is 1 mole of gas, then it occupy 22.4. This is the volume of a gas of 1 mole. So 1 mole gas only occupy 22.4 liters volume, but this is also satisfied only at low pressure condition. But at high pressure condition, its volume is vary from 22.4. It may be greater than 22 or less than 22. So it means this statement is only true under the condition of low pressure. As the pressure increases or temperature decreases, there is a deviation in volume. That means there is a deviation in Avogadro's law. So these are the 3 deviations of a real gas in all: Charles law, Boyle's law and Avogadro's law. So only the gas exhibit Boyle, Charles and Avogadro law at the condition of low pressure and high temperature condition. That is why a real gas behaves as an ideal only at low pressure as well as high temperature condition. So these are the deviations of a real gas from ideal. Now what are the reason for deviation? Next topic, causes of deviations of a real gas. So what are the deviations? Already look at the deviations in Boyle, Charles, Avogadro law. Now what is the reason for the deviation of a real gas from ideal behavior? So this is according to explained by kinetic theory of gases. Kinetic theory of gases. So according to kinetic theory of gases, the volume of the gas molecule is negligible. Volume of, or simply the volume occupied, by the gas molecules is negligible. When compared to total volume of the gas. So this is the first point according to kinetic theory of gases. So what is that? The volume occupied by the gas molecule is negligible when compared to total volume of the gas or total volume of the container. So according to kinetic theory of gases, if suppose this is a container having a volume V, if suppose, so these are the gas molecule, right? So these are the gas molecule present in that container. Now the volume occupied by all these gas molecule is negligible because it is very small when compared to total volume of the container. Therefore, according to kinetic theory of gases, the volume occupied by the gas molecule is negligible compared to total volume of the gas or total volume of the container. So here container volume is equal to volume of the gas. Therefore, occupied gas volume is negligible compared to total volume. So this is first point. And also second point is, there is no forces of attraction. There is no forces of attraction between the gas molecule. Attractions between the gas molecules. So these are the two assumptions according to kinetic theory of gases. So by using these assumptions, PV is equal to nRT is satisfied. Therefore here there is no negligible volume and also here no forces of attractions between the gas molecule. Why? Here there is a large distance between all the gas molecules, hence this force of attraction between these two molecules is very small. That is why it is neglected, and hence there is no forces of attraction between the gas molecule. But these two statements are only possible at low pressure condition. So these are good. These are good at low pressure condition. If suppose as the pressure increases, then what happened? Look at the diagram again. If suppose, so this is the volume of the container. Now as the pressure increases, then the gas molecule come close to each other. Hence all the molecules are nearly come close to each other and occupied a certain volume, and this is taken as B, and the total volume is V. So what does this mean? At high pressure condition, all the gas molecule come close to each other and occupied a particular volume B. Therefore now the volume of gas molecule B is not negligible, because this is some volume present in the container. Therefore this is not negligible at high pressure condition. So at high pressure condition, the gas molecule occupied a certain volume B, that B is nothing but excluded volume. Excluded volume. Therefore here excluded volume should be considered within the volume of the gas. It is not negligible at high pressure condition, but according to kinetic theory of gases, it is negligible. That is why a real gas deviate in ideal gas equation. So one of the reason is here we neglected excluded volume, but at high pressure condition it should be counted. Therefore excluded volume B is not negligible compared to volume of the gas. So there is a deviation in volume. And the second one is, second point, no forces of attraction takes place between the gas molecule. This is also satisfied at low pressure condition. If suppose as the pressure increases, again gas molecule come close to each other and all are having forces of attractions to each other. So this molecule having a forces of attraction between all the remaining molecules. Therefore there is a forces of attractions. These are, there is a net forces of attraction. Net forces of attractions between the gas molecules at high pressure condition. So at high pressure there is a forces of attraction, and also at high pressure the excluded volume, there is a excluded volume. It cannot be neglected compared to total volume. Therefore there are two deviations. One is correction, and here it is forces of attraction. So due to forces of attraction there is a pressure. So due to collision, if suppose all the molecule come close to each other, each molecule is collision with another molecule. Therefore there exists extra pressure, but we consider only pressure as well as volume of the gases. But here there is a change in volume as well as there is a change in pressure. Change in volume is due to excluded volume, and change in pressure is due to there is a forces of attractions. Therefore a real gas does not obey ideal gas equation due to these two assumptions. Now Van der Waals derived an equation for a real gas. It satisfied the gas equation at all the conditions by making two corrections. One correction is volume correction and the second correction is pressure correction. Therefore Van der Waals derived an equation for a real gas. That equation is nothing but Van der Waals equation. So this is very important essay question from this chapter. Van der Waals equation. So Van der Waals derived an equation for real gas. This is also nothing but a real gas equation. PV is equal to nRT is nothing but ideal gas equation. Whereas Van der Waals derived an equation for real gases. That means that equation is satisfied by all the gases at all the conditions, either low pressure or high pressure, or low temperature or high temperature. So the derivation of gas equation assumes the two corrections. So one is volume as well as pressure. Now first one, volume correction. So first correction is volume correction. So van der Waals make volume correction as well as pressure correction in ideal gas equation. So this is ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT, where V is nothing but volume of the gas. According to kinetic theory, this volume, the volume occupied by the gas molecule is negligible compared to total volume. But at high pressure condition, there is a deviation in volume. So what is the deviation? So this is the total volume and this is excluded volume. According to PV is equal to nRT, where V is total volume of the container, it does not consider excluded volume. Therefore, van der Waals make volume correction. The volume of a gas is equal to, so what is the definition for volume of the gas? Volume of the gas is nothing but the space available for the movement of a gas. So this is the total space available for the movement of the gas, excluded this volume. Therefore, volume correction is equal to total volume minus excluded volume. So total volume minus excluded volume, that is the remaining space available for the movement of gas molecules freely. So gas molecule may be move all these space except this place because this is excluded volume. Therefore, the total space available for the free movement of gas molecule, that is given by total volume minus excluded volume. If suppose there are n moles of the gas, then volume correction is equal to V minus NB. V dash, that is nothing but volume correction, that is equal to V minus NB, where B is nothing but excluded volume at high pressure condition and N is number of moles. Now second one is pressure correction. Pressure correction. So according to kinetic theory of gases, there is no forces of attractions at the gas molecule, between the gas molecule. If suppose we consider a bulk of the, so this is a container. If suppose I consider a gas molecule here, this is the gas molecule at the center of the bulk or interior of the bulk, it means it is having a forces of attraction in all directions. So along right side, along left side, like this. So if we consider a gas molecule at the center of the bulk, then it has all direction, it has forces of attraction in all directions, but all are equal in magnitude. Therefore, there is no net charge or there is no net forces of attraction, because this force of attraction is cancelled by this one and again this is cancelled by this one. Therefore, net force is equal to 0. Net force is equal to 0 when we consider a gas molecule at the middle of the container. Whereas if suppose I consider a gas molecule at the wall of the container, so this is again a container. Now I imagine a gas molecule here at the wall of the container. Then what happened? So there is a upward force as well as backward force. So both are opposite in direction. Therefore, both are cancelled with each other. But so here, these are the gas molecule present at the interior of the bulk. These attract this molecule towards backward side. There is no molecules here to attract this molecule into right hand side. Therefore, if we consider a gas molecule at the wall of the container, then this molecule is dragged towards interior of the bulk. So that is middle of the container. So there is a backward force dragging this molecule into interior. Hence what happened? Here already molecules are present. Therefore, whenever this molecule comes from wall of the container to middle of this container, then there is a forces of attractions between the molecules at the bulk of the interior and also at the wall of the container. So there is the extra forces of attraction. So that forces of attraction is due to collisions between the gas molecule present at the interior as well as present at the wall of the container. So due to collisions, what happened? As the collisions increases, there exists a pressure. Therefore, the pressure of the gas molecule is not only equal to P but also some extra pressure, that is P dash. That is due to collisions between the gas molecule at the interior as well as at the wall of the container between the gas molecule. Therefore, this is some extra pressure, excluded pressure. Therefore, now this excluded pressure is calculated. P dash is directly proportional to, so pressure is due to collisions. So collision depends on number of molecules present per unit volume. So here, how many number of molecules present at the wall of the container and also how many number of molecules present at the bulk of the liquid. Therefore, P dash, that is excluded pressure, is always directly proportional to N by V, that is number of moles per unit volume. So how many number of moles of gas present at a given volume. Therefore, N by V, P dash depends on N by V. And also here at the bulk as well as at the wall of the container, it means P dash is directly proportional to N by V at bulk as well as P dash is directly proportional to N by V at wall of the container. Therefore, P dash is simply directly proportional to D square. What is D? D is nothing but density. So it depends on density of the gas. So density is nothing but number of moles per volume. So N by V is nothing but a density. So here the density of the gas at the interior as well as the density of the gas at the wall of the container. Therefore, excluded pressure is directly proportional to D square, that is N square by V square. If suppose in place of proportionality, if it is equal, so P dash that is equal to A by or A into D square. Simply P dash is equal to A into D square means N square by V square. N square divided by V square. Therefore, now the pressure, total pressure is given by P is equal to some P plus P dash, where P is equal to P plus P dash is equal to A N square by V square. So this is the pressure correction. Therefore, Van der Waals made two corrections. One is volume correction and the second one is pressure correction. Volume correction is due to, according to kinetic theory of gases, the volume occupied by the gas molecule is negligible. But this is only possible at low pressure condition. At high pressure condition, the gas molecule occupied a certain volume, that is nothing but excluded volume. This cannot be neglected compared to total volume. Therefore, Van der Waals made volume correction, that is volume is equal to the space available for the gas molecule to move freely. Therefore, volume V is equal to actual volume V minus excluded volume, that is B. Therefore, V is equal to V minus B. If there are n moles of gas, then excluded volume is equal to V minus NB. Similarly, for pressure correction, actually P is nothing but pressure of the gas, but here due to collisions between the gas molecules at the interior as well as wall of the container, so there is excluded pressure, that is extra pressure along with pressure. Therefore, that is depends on number of moles of gas at volume. Therefore, it depends on density and it is given by n by v. Finally, you calculate p dash, that is equal to a n square by v square. Therefore, finally, gas equation is equal to, so what is equation? PV is equal to nRT. But here two corrections, pressure correction as well as volume correction. So pressure is corrected as P plus a n square by v square. P plus a n square by v square into v. So volume is corrected as v minus nb, that is equal to nRT. This equation is known as Van der Waals equation. This equation is known as Van der Waals equation. So this equation satisfied all the gases at all conditions, at low pressure or high pressure, or at high temperature or low temperature. So at any given temperature, every gas satisfied the equation that is known as Van der Waals equation. So this is also known as real gas equation. Real gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. This is only for ideal gases, whereas P plus a n square by v square into v minus nb is equal to nRT. This equation is nothing but Van der Waals equation or real gas equation. Sorry, where P is pressure of the gas, P is pressure of the gas, V is volume of the gas, and R is gas constant, T is temperature, and there are two more constant values, a, small a as well as small b. These are very important and these are known as Van der Waals constant. Van der Waals constants. So in our next class, we define A as well as B value, and also what is the significance of A and B, and also how this gas is satisfied at all the conditions. So you will check at high pressure condition, low pressure condition, similarly high temperature and low temperature. So time is up. I stop here today and I shall continue my section afternoon. Thank you.